So a couple of weeks ago, I recently built this school that takes up the entire plot. And today I just realized that I never finished the inside of the school. So today that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be finishing the inside of this very beautiful school. Now, this school already equals $200,000, so I can't even imagine what it's going to equal by the end of this video. If you guys are excited, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you ever want to be in one of my videos, make sure that you join my Discord server. Okay, let's go. So we actually need to map out where the inside of these buildings are going to go. So I think that first off, I want to have the maybe principal's office here, and then this can be like the nurse's office. You know what, I want to have a little bit bigger of a principal's office. You know what, I'm thinking the principal's office can be, every school nurse's office I've seen has a little bathroom inside of it, so I think that can go here. Now, is it just me, or does every single school have this exact carpet? Now, I think the first thing I want to work on is this little nook here. Now, I want this to be the reception, so you know what, we're going to have 2 counters like that. No, scratch that, we're doing custom counters because I have a cool vision with these counters. So what we're going to do is make these 2 by 1 block, and then we place a countertop on top of that counter. Then we color the counter. Then we're not done there. We add another basic shape. We make it the same size as this counter. Then we add a counter on top of that, and boom, we have a little custom counter. Now, since we're going for a realistic theme for this school, I'm thinking we can have this gate here so random strangers can't just like break into the principal's office. And what should we put on this reception desk? You know what, we need a little computer. $5,000 for a literal computer. You know what, we're going to be cheap, and we are going to use this $900 pairing tosh, because you know what, it does the same thing as the $5,000 one. And of course, since this is a front desk of a school, we're going to have some files. You know what, the reception lady lives off of coffee, so we can have a little mug there. Okay, now for the doors, I have an idea. I saw this build hack on TikTok where you take a door frame, then you take a fence, then you take a fence gate, and boom, we have a custom door. Well, I think for the school, we can be boring and have white walls, because most of the schools I saw online just have plain white walls. Also, why is there just a random basic shape in here? Get out of here. Ooh, and then to make the school a little bit more detailed, we can have this carpet wall trim. Okay, now we can work on this principal's office, which is pretty huge. Okay, the reason I made this principal's office is so big is that this can double as the conference room, because currently we don't have a conference room, and I feel like every school has a conference room where like the teachers have their little meetings. Oh, and of course, since this is the principal's office, we need lots and lots of files just everywhere, because I have a feeling that the principal is going to need to do a lot of paperwork, and I just realized I'm the principal, so that sounds really fun.
If God don't do it, it just won't get done.
And then the principal also needs a mug, because the principal also probably lives off of coffee, because I would too. I feel like the principal always has the nicest computer. So you know what, $4,000 for a laptop? Yes. Now, since this doubles as the conference room, we also need the table where the meetings are going to be conducted. So I think we might use this arched dining table. This looks realistic, but at the same time, it's ugly. I know I just added the most basic one, but you know what? I feel like it's not as ugly as the other one was. So you know what? We're going to add this simplicity table. I feel like people at these meetings are going to be also doing paperwork, so I'm going to place a bunch of just like files and paper everywhere. This is triggering my OCD, but you know what? I did say I wanted to make this a realistic school. Oh, and they always have a projector at these meetings, so you can like see what's going on the screen. The walls look so empty though, so I don't know what to put on these walls. Maybe the principal has a mini fridge. I feel like the principal just like never leaves their office. You know what? We're going to give the principal a mini fridge and a microwave, because I feel like the principal also has their own microwave. I just realized we need lighting. I'm trying to find those lights that I used in my last video, those like ceiling ones. Okay, let's see how this lighting looks. Okay, let's turn the roof on. Ugh, that's giving back rooms. I don't care if this is a school, we need some warm lighting. See how that's not too warm, but it's also not too harsh. And I just realized that that projector is coming through the wall. That's great, but I think we're going to have to leave it like that. Okay, now we're going to add this, these benches, because I feel like these just give waiting room vibes. And guess what this is? A waiting room. I want to add some aspects to make this school more realistic. Okay, what I do know is that they just added fire alarms, and I think that it's like code that you need fire alarms in your school. So you know what? Let's add some of these fire alarms. I also tested these out, and I'm pretty sure that these make a sound, which is kind of cool. And I also never add trash cans. So you know what? Let's have some trash cans. I think I'm going to copy this desk from the reception in this nurse's office. Oh my gosh, $2,000 for this. Ooh, but wait, there's no way for the nurse to get in. You know what? Actually, we're going to have this secret door. I feel like the nurse is always drinking water, so we'll have this Stacy cup. Okay, now we need to work on this bathroom in the nurse. Now the problem is with this bathroom is that the flooring is carpet. So that's why we're going to place this rug here and make it the exact size of the bathroom. And now this bathroom has tile as the floors. Now, I want this nurse's office bathroom to be very basic. Literally, I'm going to use these commercial school toilets because, you know, these are the toilets that schools have after all. Now, I feel like the nurse's office is one of those rooms that always has a ton of trash cans because people throw up in these. So I feel like that's why the nurse's office always has so many trash cans in it. Alright, I think that's the entire main office building done. I'll probably fix the lighting later. Now, I made this library 2-story, so then on this floor we can have like the seating, and then on this floor we can have the actual books. I think I'm actually going to work on this floor first, but first, before we place anything, we need to figure out where the stairs are going to go. I think I just want the stairs to be right here. And I think that that's good for these benches, but I do want to have some seats in front of the windows. So what I might do is use these floating counters and just make like little window seats. Okay, I think that that looks pretty good for the window seating, but what I do want to have down here is the like return shelves. I think the closest thing in Bloxburg we have to this book return is this mailbox, but the thing is, it has the postal service logo on it, and we don't want that. So to cover this up, we're going to place a plank, and we're going to resize the plank. And then this way there's no logo on it. So then it just looks like a book return. Nothing suspicious here. Moment of truth, is this copy and pasteable? It is. So I think we're going to have 2 of these book returns. Whoa, $904. That's basically $1,000. And I've just come to the realization that these stairs butt up against the wall. And a cool building hack I learned with these fences that if you place these fences inside of it, then it makes it more detailed. See, look how much better that looks than just that. Okay, I have a cool like almost build hack I want to do for these bookshelves. So we're going to place these bookcases, but then here's where basic shapes come in, and now it looks like the books are like in the wall. Alright, and then back here I want to have like the checkout counter where you actually like check out the books. So you know what, we're going to copy these counters again. Why don't we have like the school's logo here? Oh, actually, now that I think about it, we need a school mascot. Okay, I think that that's the library. I don't know. Now I think I might work on this cafeteria. Okay, so I'm thinking that this can be like the kitchen, and then this part can be seating. I think that sounds like a pretty solid plan for this cafeteria. I know these are technically outdoor tables, but what if we have these as our school tables? I feel like that looks pretty realistic. It just looks pretty ugly. Now I'm thinking each table can have just a napkin dispenser because I feel like some people at school are going to be messy eaters. Does that look weird? Yes, a little bit. But you know what? We're keeping it because I don't feel like doing anything about it. Okay, instead of doors, hear me out. What if we just have door openings? Because the students need to walk in and out of the kitchen. Thinking we can have the counters in the middle where you like grab your food, because at a lot of lunch lines you get your own food. And I'm thinking this counter can actually be the salad bar because some people are like vegan or something.
Eat your vegetable!
And sometimes schools will have like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Do they have bread? No, they do not. So I'm thinking, what if we have these bags and then this is like the bag that the bread comes in? I don't know, I'm desperate for anything because Bloxburg does not have bread. Ooh, and then we also need like the drinks. I feel like this is going to be kind of difficult to custom make because if I'm being completely honest, custom making things is hard. And then you know what, we'll just have some like milk in here. And then I can't add anything else, but when I add the fridge out of build mode, I can add stuff like soda and juice and put it in here. You know what? We might just have to cut our losses and use commercial items because this is a realistic school. Oh my gosh, $7,000 for an oven. Why are you literally scamming people? You know what, do I feel like placing that perfectly? No, so you know what, we're just leaving it exactly like that. And when I said that I don't have a lot of box bucks, I literally have 237. So you know what, instead of vending machines throughout the school, I know they just added vending machines, but I think instead of vending machines, we can have these commercial beverage fridges, because I'm pretty sure these have like the same purpose as vending machines. And you know what, I feel like a school cafeteria would always have posters about like eating healthy and stuff, so that's what we're gonna have. And then we can have this calendar here, and I think this is where we can have like the lunch menu, because we can pretend this calendar is like the lunch menu, like it shows like each day what's for lunch. Okay, I think I'm pretty sure I just like finished the cafeteria, so now next we can work on this gym. Now I know that most school gyms are made out of like really shiny planks, so that's exactly what we're going to be making our gym floor out of, is shiny planks. Now we can't forget about this track. Also, I'm pretty sure that I measured the track wrong. Yep.